I'm doing laundry. This talk is going to be concerning karmic soulmates. Okay? There are karmic soulmates. So the difference between a karmic soulmate and a soulmate, or a twin flame and a karmic soulmate. Okay? First of all, hello, my name is Victoria Violet. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is not a reading, it's a talk. It's a talk on karmic relationships and why they come into your life. All right, let's go. Thank you so much for gracing me with your presence. So the difference between the karmic relationships and the twin flame relationships, or some people, yeah, motorcycles, I love them, but not when they're in my video. The difference between, but when I get interrupted, I always say it's something y'all need to know and hear. So the difference between a karmic relationship you have, even if it's a marriage, and a relationship that's with a twin flame, or some people use soulmate interchangeably, is totally different. For one of them was meant to be, meaning that was your person. The twin flame, or soulmate as y'all call them sometimes, is meant to be. That was ordained by God. You have a spiritual contract with them before you incarnate into this world. So that's why the pulling is so immense. Because I only have a certain amount of time, I'm going to try to make this very, very condensed for you. And you can do further homework, research on your own. You're welcome to do that. For now, we're just wanting to give an explanation as to what the difference is between a karmic soulmate relationship and a twin flame or soulmate relationship. All right. So again, there's a lot of pulling with the soulmate, with the twin flame. There's a lot of pulling because that's your person. You have a part of you inside of them, and they have a part of them inside of you. And so even when apart, you guys can't help but to come back together. I'm going to use myself. I always do, for certain instances, to give a metaphor or to give an example, because I'm what you have, and so I use it. So for me, my twin flame, even though we're separated, I always feel him. I always feel him close. I feel him when he's miserable. I feel him when he's, good morning, dear, or good afternoon. When he's having a disastrous day or time of it in life, I always feel him anyway. So even when you're apart, you still can feel them. You can feel them heart, body, mind, spirit, and soul. You can feel them when they're sick. You can feel them when they're lonely, etc. And the love and the sex, excuse me for saying it, but this is an adult channel, is off the hook. I mean, it's off the chain. You have these people that are connected to you in such a way that there's just no explanation. And it does usually feel like lust, but it's not. It is lust, but it's like a euphoria, and it's like an ambrosia feeling all at once. That is the twin flame. Now let's go to why we're here. So the karmic relationship is totally different. It is similar to the twin flame in one instance. It is here to teach you something. It's here to teach you something about yourself. So the karmic relationship is also here to teach you something. Normally it's here to teach you something about yourself, but it's also here to teach you what you don't want in life. Yeah, bingo. And that's really what the karmic is here for. So whether you have a karmic girlfriend, boyfriend, husband or wife, even children, they're here to teach you what you don't want out of life. They're here to teach you what you should not take from people, like the bullshit, the ill treatment. They will make your life holy hell. They will make your life miserable. You will feel like you are dying 1,000 deaths in a marriage, for example. But they're hard to get out of. Why? Because again, they're a karmic soulmate. So they're here to teach you how to be strong. They're here, unlike the twin flame is here if you have a brokenness about you, if you have a wounding, if you have some kind of trauma that needs to be healed. The twin flame is here to help you to heal. But the karmic is not here to help you to heal. The karmic is here to use your weaknesses, use your shortcomings, use your trauma to hurt you and wound you even more. And the reason they're doing that because they're also here on a mission, but their mission is diabolical. They're here to teach you to stand up to your bullies. They're here to teach you to stand up for yourself and not to accept all the bullshit from life. They're here to teach you that you're going to keep getting hurt unless you start becoming strong within yourself and start standing up and saying, no more, no más, no more. I don't need that. Last night's reading was at the park. Yesterday's reading was about one of your exes, Libra, that I was telling the cross watcher ex of yours. Sorry, the sun is kind of getting me. That it's fine that they want a new relationship with you, but the first thing they need to do is pull those swords out from their back that the karmic, pretty much, I was talking about the karmic, that the karmic has put in their back. So they have to stand up to the karmic first. And that's exactly what we're talking about in this talk here. And karmic can come in many ways, shapes, and forms. Again, they can be your wife or husband. They can be your children. They can be your boss. They can be your co-workers. They can be your friends. They can be your mother, father. Karmics can be of all sorts. But mostly right now what we're talking about is a karmic soulmate in a romance. So in the beginning, it can feel hunky-dory. Everything can feel like it's going the right direction. And then through the time or through the years, you start seeing the relationship more and more and more unravel itself. And the true person comes forth and taking their mask off, because they're not here to make your life a pleasure and make you feel like you're on cloud nine. They're here to give you a false pretense or a false impression of themselves or a false life, and then they start showing the fangs and the claws. That's what a karmic is here for. I don't make the rules, so don't shoot the messenger. I promise you, okay? So again, that is what they're here for. So if you are in a relationship where you just don't feel like you can cut those people loose, but you know you are miserable, you are never happy, or 90% of the time you are miserable, and sometimes you even question, why would I have done that to myself? Why did I marry this person? Why did I get into a relationship with this person? Then you're in a karmic relationship. And so therefore, the differences between a karmic relationship and a twin flame soulmate relationship is this. When you finally, because you've been in this for so long, when you finally come across someone that is your twin flame and is the old you, meaning before you were tarnished, before you were wounded, before you were made to feel all this trauma, that you put away in a box, as my twin flame told me, that person that comes towards you, that twin flame, feels foreign to you. That love feels overwhelming. That love feels like, oh shit, I can't handle it. It's intense. And it is intense. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat anything, but it's lovely. It's beautiful. And as you allow yourself to unfold with that twin flame and grow within that twin flame, and you allow yourself to be who you really are, the more you heal within that twin flame. Again, back to the karmic. The karmic is not there to help you heal. The karmic is to use you, comes in to use you, to abuse you, to make you feel belittled, to make you feel patronized, to make you feel like nothing that you do is right. My apologies, but my ponytail is bothering me. Nothing you do is right for the karmic. Nothing. Nothing. And they may be one of two types of karmics, mind you. They might be the type of karmic that in front of everybody, not at home, or even at home, but when visitors are there, they're going to be the best thing since sliced bread. They're going to act so angelic that everybody's going to be like, oh my gosh, your wife or husband is just a doll. Where can I get one? Or they're going to be the type that in front of everybody, they're putting you down, making you feel belittled and patronized, and making you feel like nothing you do is good enough, like the amount of money that you make isn't good enough, or even if it is good enough, it's good enough for right now. And then as the years keep passing, they just expect more and more and more and more and more and more and more finances out of you, but the love doesn't grow. As a matter of fact, you start seeing them in another way, in another light, to where you're like, wow, man, that person is starting to gross me out. I'm not even physically attracted to them anymore. But that's what they're there for. They are there to poke the bear, to stoke the lion that's in the cage, to make you angry enough. In Spanish, anger is coraje. In English, coraje is courage. Did you get that? Okay. Anger in Spanish is called coraje. Coraje, back to high English, meaning college level English, is courage. So they're there to give you coraje. They're there, as my mom used to say, till you're up to here and can't handle it anymore. And when you do that, that's when you know you're free. When you are up to here and decide to leave the karmic relationship, whether that's, again, whether that's with your children, whether that's with a karmic soulmate, whether that's with your mother, father, whether that's with your siblings, whether that's with a coworker, a boss, whatever. That's when you know you've graduated and you're out of the karmic's grip. And now you can go and you can grow from that and you start your healing. You cannot start your healing until you're finished with the karmic relationship, thus the karmic experience. Does that make sense? So again, this is what this talk has been about, to give you the differences, the nuances between what is a karmic and what is a twin flame. And the twin flame is here to help you on your journey, as hard as it seems, and as sometimes we want to fight. Sometimes we want to fight the journey. Sometimes we want to fight our twin flame. We don't want to grow because it takes a lot out of us to grow. In any instance, okay, to become better, to become different people, to become more well-rounded, or to heal from a trauma, means you have to do the work. And that's what's more scary than anything for someone who isn't ready for a twin flame journey, because those people are going to push you to do your best, to be your best, and to act your best, and to grow into your best you. I hope this helps someone out there. And yeah, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Actually, I am working on that, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, so hopefully now you know the differences between what is a twin flame, a true twin flame, and what is a karmic soulmate. And I'm just giving you these definitions because a lot of us cross-watcher, karmic, our tarot readers, we all use these terms, and I want you to understand what is a karmic, why are we saying karmic, what is a cross-watcher, usually your ex, and someone that's still keeping a tab on you because they're still interested in you in some way, shape, or form, okay? Much love and light to you guys. Bye. Thank you for coming.